Hey guys, welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. In the last part, we were just, cross-examining Adrian Andrews, and we were talking about the Gweetar case. Alright. It seems like this wasn't a very important point at all. Alright, very point. This wastefulness is such a familiar feeling by that now. Wait. This wastefulness is such a familiar feeling by now that it's almost comforting. Anyway, I'll just go ahead and start the cross-examination. Using anyway to change the topic. A convenient escape for a weak man with not an epic forehead. With an unepic forehead, whatever you want to say. Alright, the Gweetar case. Alright, I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed. I suppose I must have opened the Gweetar case after I knocked the vase over. It's not a big deal though, right? The case is empty after all. Alright, as for why I opened the case, even I don't know. Come on, Phoenix, we can't afford to let up on her now. I wasn't planning on letting up, but she's at her weakest now, so this is our chance. Yeah, if we had a weapon to hit her with. I'm sure her weapon is hiding somewhere in the court record, waiting to be found. Okay. I don't remember too clearly. How about... after you... okay, how about this? Just start pressing. Okay. So, you open the Gweetar case then? Yes, well, maybe. Why did you open the Gweetar case? Huh? Mr. Corda's dead body was right there in front of you, wasn't it? I would think that the first thing you would do is call for help, not open a Gweetar case. Objection! As the witness has said multiple times, when she found the dead body, she was dazed. Maybe I was curious to know if the bright red Gweetar was alright or not. I thought maybe the criminal took it. Why would she care about the bright red Gweetar? But getting back on topic... alright. It's not a big deal though, right? The case is empty after all. As for why I opened the Gweetar... alright, well here. Not a big deal though, the case was empty after all. Was to open the Gweetar case? Well, how about this? Why don't we... check it out. Does not bring Corda's fingerprints. Let's present it. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe something will come out of it. There is no way you were the one who opened this finger point. And why would you say that? It's elementary, my dear. Oh, that's awesome. Alright, because the only fingerprints on this Gweetar are those of the victim. Ah! Okay, that worked. Dang. Okay, what is it, Miss Andrews? You shouldn't assume that I must have left prints on... wait, left prints just because I touched the case. What do you mean? What if I were to tell you I was wearing gloves at the time? Gloves? But why would you be wearing gloves at the time? It was the night of the award ceremony, so of course I dressed up for the occasion. Yes, now I remember. I'm almost sure I was wearing a pair of thin gloves. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, it seems that the witness was wearing gloves at the scene of the crime. That's strange. You were wearing gloves? Isn't that a little strange? Why is that strange? Do you have something that would prove I was not wearing gloves at the time? Yes, we do. We have a wine glass with your fingerprints. I have your proof right here. This wine glass. The wine glass? You left your fingerprints very clearly on this wine glass. Even if you took your gloves off when you poured yourself this glass of juice, wouldn't you think it was just a little strange that you put your epic finger points back on just to open the Gweetar case? Oh, dang, her glasses... what the heck? Her glasses broke. I never noticed that before. That's cool. Smack, smack, smack. Order, order, order. Looks like you hit the nail on the head this time. What do you mean? I believe that Gweetar case plays a very important role here. But it's just an empty case. I wonder if it really was empty, though. But the Gweetar, the bright red Gweetar was at the studio. Phoenix, drop all your presumptions. What was in the Gweetar case? What was in the Gweetar case was not the bright red Gweetar. You don't mean it was a bright white Gweetar? Wait, that's not right either. Phoenix, you're awesome. I would admit it would be unnatural for someone to do that. So the witness was not wearing gloves, despite the fact that on the case... Objection! Your Honor, this is obviously the defense's usual misdirection tactic at work. Steer the court towards an unrelated topic, and lull us all into his misguided... Objection! You shut up, Edgeworth. No, Your Honor. Please recall that Miss Andrews had testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case, which means that the case was closed when the crime took place. However, it is wide open in this photo of the crime scene. I am sure this guitar case has some relation to the murder. Objection! If you are so sure, Wright, then I'm sure you can somehow substantiate your outrageous claim, correct? Please, enlighten us as to why this guitar case has anything to do at all with this murder. Can you do that, Mr. Wright? Well, let's suppose for a second that the bright red guitar was not the only thing that could have been in the case. The bright red guitar not being the only thing? You don't mean to suggest that a bright black guitar... Objection! Wow, that's awesome. So, you intend to push your theory that the case was not empty? Is that it, Wright? I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove. Deflate that head of yours. You haven't proven anything yet. Now then, let us have it. What was inside this case at the time of the murder? Let's see. Let's see here. Well, let's see here. If we're gonna push our theory that Adrian was the killer, that means that the person that snuck out of his room, Corda's room, was Adrian dressed as a Nickel Samurai. Maybe it was a Nickel Samurai's costume that was in there. Why don't we go for that? I'm just hoping that this is the right picture. Let's see. Okay, good. It was the right picture. This is a photograph. Yes, but what is important is what is in that picture, Your Honor. In this picture? It doesn't take a genius to see what I mean. What I am proposing is... Inside the guitar case was the Nickel Samurai, the hero's very own costume. What? Yeah, Edgeworth, we got you now. Smack. Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Right, are you saying that the witness opened the guitar case to take out a costume? What insane point would there be to doing something like that? That insane point would be to wear the costume, of course, and Miss Andrews put it on to hide her identity so she could make her escape. After all, you couldn't let anyone see you leave, could you, Miss Andrews? I refuse to accept your theory. Do you have anything to support such a preposterous idea? Just outside the door was an investigative photographer who was starving for a big scoop. And in the end, she managed to get this epic finger point, correct? You mean this photo? Yes, we do mean that photo. Smack, smack, smack. Order, order! Ordeer! It looks like we've wandered into quite another mess again, haven't we? Nice job, Phoenix. Well, you know my strategy. Speak first, think later. Exactly. So the real murder was hiding inside a costume. Objection! Wait 1 second, Your Honor. The Nickel Samurai's costume would have been in Mr. Madangarde's. Why would something of the defendant's be in the victim's room? And inside the guitar case, of all places. True. That is a little baffling. Mr. Wright, the court would like to hear your thoughts. Wait, what was this Nickel Samurai costume doing inside the guitar case? Stolen from Angarde. It's a spare costume. I doubt it was stolen, because he didn't have any... I don't know. I'm gonna say it was a spare costume. Mr. Angarde did not take his costume off during the break period. In that case, the costume we were talking about was a spare one. What? Then, are you saying that on the night of the murder, there were 2 Nickel Samurai costumes at the Gatewater Hotel? Yes, that is what I am saying. And how do you explain the costume that was inside the guitar case? It would mean that the victim himself had planned to bring the spare to the ceremony. But why? The victim, Mr. Corda, was the Jammin' Ninja. Why would he secretly bring the Nickel Samurai spare costume with him? What could be the reason behind such a peculiar act? Ah, so that's what he intended. Objection! What are you mumbling to yourself about now? Have you just been rambling all this time without any sense of inner monologue? What? Huh? No, I just... Mr. Wright, please explain yourself. Why do you think the victim had the Nickel Samurai's spare costume? Phoenix, are you sure you can explain this one? Think carefully before you answer. And then answer with gusto. I believe in you. Alright, this is what I think. The reason the victim brought the Nickel Samurai's spare costume to the hotel was... It can't be any of this. This is just, like, stuff. I doubt it's that. How about... You know, I'm gonna say the press conference, because... The press conference ticket. Hopefully this will, like, cover for it. Because Matt kept on saying that he knew nothing about it, so let's go with this. Take that! Take that! What is this? On the night of the murder, after the stage show, the Nickel Samurai was going to hold a special press conference. A press conference? Yes, the Nickel Samurai was supposed to confess something at this conference. I heard about this as well. For once, you're not making something up, right? But what struck me as strange was that Mr. Angarde himself said he had no idea he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night. But how can that be? The way I see it, that can only mean one thing. The conference was set up by none other than the victim, Mr. Wankora himself. The victim? Yes. The spare Nickel Samurai costume was prepared for that very conference. Mr. Korda was going to hold the press conference as the Nickel Samurai. Snacks. Oh, not 3. He was going to dress up as the Nickel Samurai and hold a conference. What dastardly deeds! Why would the victim do such a thing? That's something I don't quite know yet. However, what I am concerned with right now is what he intended to reveal at that conference. The Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. And by confess, I'd wager he was going to reveal something about himself. Which means that Juan Corda, posing as the Nickel Samurai, was going to speak about Matt Angarde. Yes, I guess that is what it would mean. But if that's the case, then that's not a confession, that's a public disclosure. Okay. Huh. Miss Andrews? I can see why you are pros at what you do. Pardon me? Yes, just as you say, the press conference was set up by Juan. Wow. Okay. Miss Andrews, please offer us an explanation for this. I was the one he asked to help set it up. And the person who prepared the second costume for him, that was also me. You? Juan had bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure that Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought, anyway. He was going to ruin him, huh? It looked like somehow Juan had his hands in a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. What? Okay, that's a pretty nasty secret Juan had. Smack, smack, smack. And do you know what the secret of Mr. Angarde's is, Mr. Andrews? Or Miss Andrews? Jeez. That's something only Juan knew. I don't know what it was. Ah, I see. I've probably been coming off quite suspicious to everyone, but that's to be expected. I've been trying to protect Matt after all. Protect Mr. Angarde? Smack. And yet again another strange bit of truth comes to light, it seems. Miss Andrews, if you could, please tell us the truth about your behavior. Yes, Your Honor, I understand. Alright. Witness testimony, protecting Matt. In the next part, we're going to continue with this testimony, so I will see you guys later.